Donald Trump has been named Time Magazine's Man of the Year and will grace the cover in the next week or so. Oh, I'm sorry, Person of the Year. Time Magazine, of course, being a politically correct, woke mainstream media publication. But still, much deserved after his tremendous comeback and surviving 2 assassination attempts and climbing the success ladder from a McDonald's worker to president-elect. Again, too bad, neocons. Not going to be Zelensky this year. It is the one and only Donald Trump. And yesterday, he rang the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange, which is, I believe, the first time that a president or a president-elect has done so since Ronald Reagan back in the 80s.
The incoming leader of the free world is going to ring the bell here in about 20 seconds. An historic moment at the New York Stock Exchange as we get this opening bell rung by the president-elect, Donald Trump.
As we're making America great again. Again. He's got his thumb on the button down there. Surprisingly, the mainstream media did not have a complete and total meltdown because deep down inside their former human selves, they know that he deserves this. Former Clown News host turned wannabe YouTuber Don Lemon, however, is not taking the news so well.
Now, if they wanted to make someone Person of the Year, they would have made someone who, and my God, I'm sure he loves this, right? If they wanted to make someone Person of the Year, I don't know, they could have done it with any person. They could have done it to someone who actually stood for democracy, who stands for democracy in the country. Now, you think about what encompasses Person of the Year.
Oh, we know, Don. Someone who's achieved tremendous success, not just for themselves, but for the country, for the world. Not to mention completely exposing the liberal media for the liars and frauds that they are. Something that's been obvious to us normal people for many, many years, for generations, really. But they don't even have an ounce of their manufactured credibility left amongst even the dumbest of Americans now. Here's Leslie Stahl, one of the hosts on CBS's flagship show, the historic 60 Minutes, admitting that Donald Trump is right about the media.
But we're at a point where if the president of the United States is going to say legacy media is dead, well, I guess Musk said that. Legacy media is dead.
And he wants it dead. He wants other media.
But it is kind of, sort of hobbling right now. And I don't know how it recovers.
It's very easy. You stop lying 24/7. Actually, I stand corrected. That would have prevented them from dying. At this point, it's too late.
And I'm telling you, we are way off. The entire political class is way off. First of all, digital is a new door knocking. Mm-hmm. You got to understand that.
Imagine coming to this realization in 2024. Okay, this isn't like 2004 or the 2008 election when YouTube became a major factor, Facebook became a major player, the social media big tech companies became major players by the 2008 presidential election. Certainly by 2012, but imagine finally realizing the power of digital media in 2024.
We were laughing our butts off at Donald Trump for suspending his door-knocking campaign and letting Charlie Kirk and Elon do a bunch of stuff online. We said, these guys are idiots. These guys are stupid. Then you start knocking on these doors. You know what people come to the door with? Their phone in their hand. They're in a 24-hour digital surround sound.
This isn't the 1950s anymore. Nobody in America wants some stranger coming knocking on their door to start telling them about how great a certain politician is from any political party. That's like 1,000 times worse than sending someone junk mail.
I asked my son, I got a teenage son, I asked him, who are the most influential people in the world today? I'm thinking to myself, he's going to say Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z. He says, Kai Cent, Aiden Ross, Jinxie, and Sketch. I don't know who he's talking about. I said, what platforms are you on? He goes, I'm on Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. I said, that sounds like you need to go to the hospital. What are these platforms? I'm telling you guys.
I don't even know what the hell I've been talking about on CNN.
The mainstream has become fringe, and the fringe has become mainstream.
Yeah.
There are platforms, there are people out.
There are YouTubers with audiences rivaling CNN with just a guy who's gets on a laptop.
There that are getting 14 million streams, and we're on cable news getting 1 or 2 million.
No, you're not even getting 1 million. CNN is barely getting 500,000 during their primetime shows. And for some reason, the dying legacy media show Meet the Press on NBC decided to have Jasmine Crockett on to talk about the Democrats' dilemma.
Why do you think Democrats lost, and what do you think needs to happen by the midterms and the next presidential election in order to find your footing again?
Well, I would say that the Democrat Party needs to stop being communist and take a sharp turn to the right.
Well, Kristen, no disrespect to you. I think you do great work. But the reality is that those that tune in to traditional news sources, they absolutely went for us. And we know that the standards that you have to live by as an actual journalist are completely different from other platforms.
Yes, you have no standards and you're systemic liars. And because you have the aura of brand name media and billion-dollar corporations backing you, millions of morons actually believe the information that they're getting is accurate.
And so we know that we were winning for those that were tuning into the traditional news sources. But when it came down to people getting their news from places that really aren't even news sources, they were going for Donald Trump by 19 points. And that is exactly why we lost. The reality is that we're going to have to play in spaces that we've never had to play and make sure that we're communicating in all ways. Unfortunately, we can't just rely on the mainstream media to get our message across.
They still don't get it. It's not that people didn't vote for the Democrats because they're not watching mainstream media. They stopped watching mainstream media because tens of millions of Americans finally woke up to the liars and frauds that they are and sought out other independent news sources and analysts. But the mainstream media pundits and the Marxist Democrats in Congress are finally coming to grips with the reality that Donald Trump beat Kamala Harris. And so now they're getting extremely worried about what's going to happen starting January 20th once Donald Trump is sworn in again.
On the day Donald Trump leaves office, the Justice Department may indict him.
Very strongly in favor of indicting the president when he is out of office.
I don't think the incoming president should be threatening his political opponents with jail time. That's not the kind of talk we should hear from a president in a democracy.
Oh, that's just the kind of talk that we hear from Democrats in Congress, though. The news cycle is going to slow down quite a bit here over the next few weeks with Christmas and New Year. But then come January, they're going to start getting unhinged again because the inauguration is going to be just around the corner. And then Donald Trump's going to be doing things like this.
I'm going to be acting very quickly.
Within your first 100 days, first day?
First day.
First day.
Yeah, I'm looking first day.
Issue these pardons.
These people have been there, how long is it, 3 or 4 years?
First day, pardoning the January 6th political prisoners. Day one. Excuse me, they, them, did you have a bright idea that you'd like to share with us about how to stop the MAGA agenda?
Another way to protest MAGA cheaply is to not shop. Don't shop. Buy everything used. And see if you can get it for free. Don't shop. Crash the economy.
Au contraire, it's going to be a MAGA Christmas and a happy 4 more years. Which reminds me, this weekend you can still order anything from markdice.com and get it in time for Christmas. But because you're a slacker, you're going to have to pay for expedited shipping or rush shipping. But time is running out. There's only a couple more days left to do it. So order your things this weekend and offset the extra shipping costs. You can use the promo code SLACKER at the checkout to save 20% off today through Sunday. So order your MAGA Christmas and happy 4 more years. Sweatshirt or t-shirt, the Trump Claus sweatshirt or t-shirt, your Liberal Tears mug, your Trump Fight, Fight, Fight shirt, the Christ is King shirt, Teflon Don, or any of my awesome designs, all available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below. Enter the promo code SLACKER at the checkout to save 20% off this weekend, and check them out.